Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Production Line. Now, you're probably thinking, where's this been? Basically, with the last game that I was creating, there was a few too many little bugs that were stopping me from progressing the way I wanted to. Watching Kliski's development vlog has really got me back into it, and I'm hoping that if I start a new game, I should not have the same issues as I had previously. So we're going to start off. I'm not going to load a game. I'm going to have to start a brand new game, so I've got to do everything from scratch again. And I'm going to go for the mega factory because I want to build a mega factory. I want everything being built in-house that can be built in-house. So we have got a humongous space to deal with here. So the quickest thing for me to do is to basically put down a basic layout and start actually generating some profit so that we can actually expand and build a bigger place. Right, so we're going to start with our chassis. I'm going to just put down the main areas with a bit of space, hopefully within between it. Let's put one there, and I'm going to put another paint shop here as well. And another paint one over here. Fit body. I'm going to remove that actually because I know for a fact that I will be needing a lot more than that. So, because this thing here turns out chassis like nobody's business. So these two fitting the body should then be able to keep up, and then having 3 paint places will help. We'll flip back to having 2 engine bays, I think, or engine locations. We're going to be going out here, I think, or actually we could go over there. Let's have a think. Go out and round, and we can send him back down. So let's look at doing our export here. I'm going to look at maybe 2 quality, just because I know that the quality check can take some time. We've got our engines, so we just now need to fit electronics. Now this electronics is one of my biggest bugbears. This was causing me all sorts of problems where things were just not being fitted, and it was just doing my head in. So we'll put 1 in there because it's quite quick, if I remember rightly. We're going to bring in our importers. I'd love for that just to stay selected, so you don't have to keep selecting it. It would make things a lot easier. Let's connect everything up. Now, one thing I was watching on the videos was it's all about how, although we line these up, if we connect everything up together, if one conveyor is quiet, the parts will come from a different area. Let's just put that back on. Is that gonna? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do something like I've never done before, which is connect absolutely everything up. Why is that? No, it's gone. I've got a gap there. That's fine. Okay. So right. Let's just put that back in. Perfect. All right. So everywhere is connected with 3 locations, which is good. We can now put in our conveyor belt. This is the main thing, not to get this wrong, because I have made come on, I have made mistakes in the past. There we go. So we're going to have you coming down. You're going to go that way. Go down. Then we're also going to have you coming through. Perfect. Right, so we have got 2 engine bays. So let's drop you to there. Through. Again. Oops. Doesn't like that for some reason. Let's do it that way. also that way. And then we're going to be going up to fit electronics. So can I do that? Yes, I can. Let's take that one out actually. And take them round. Through electronics. And we're going to go straight down to here. And you're going to go over and round. And there we go. Right. So in theory, everything is now connected. Fit accessories. Yeah, I did fit accessories. No, I didn't. Fit it. Fit electronics. No, I haven't done fit accessories. See, this is how easy it is to make a mistake. There we go. Always best to double check everything as you're going through it. Okay, and do we have everything connected? No, we don't. There we go. Right, okay. So, I've got everything now created. Next thing I want to do is look at my cars. Now, we're going to go with a basic car to start with. And we're going to go... Can I rename this to basic? Oops. Can't even spell basic. Perfect. Right, okay. We're going to have a premium on this because they will buy it. I'm going to put 30% premium on it because I'm going to need as much money as possible to come in. I've only got that single style, so I can't do anything else until I research. So, next thing to do is put in our research offices. So we've got our space down here. There we go. We'll put a couple of these in. This will cost us a fortune. Short. Oop. That out. Put it back in square. And then advanced manufacturing. No, we can't do anything else until we've actually. I'm going to put a couple of stockpiles in actually. Pop you there. And so I think maybe. No, I know where to put things. Drop it there. Okay. And that's going to be add items. No, I'll keep an eye on that actually and add the items as and when I need them. Okay. So that's my basic operation. Let's give them something to research. My first research that I'd like to go for is the actual more robots. Primarily because as soon as we get more robots, the faster the line can go. And then next kind of thing, I'd like to try to get some improved efficiencies. So we're going to research that now. We're going to start the line running. Okay, we've kind of just jumped it slightly because one of the bugs that have been really doing my head in is how, for no apparent reason, you lose the sound. So either you lose the music and then you have all the mechanical sound gone. So I've basically saved, closed it all down, reloaded it. I think it's 3 times now, and now I seem to have audio. Yes, and it sounds a lot better than just me just on its own. Right. Okay. So as you can see, let's have a look on here. Our chassis assembly takes 13 minutes approximately. So we have our fitting body that takes 31 minutes. So theoretically, we could have 3 body sections, which should work. So that would knock down the time for the new cars to come through to about 13 minutes ish. Then we have our paint shops, which each of these take 34 minutes. So that would then, again, if you had 3 going through, you're still looking at average at about 13 minutes or so. Our fit body, etc. here, this is 22 minutes. So that's going to be quicker. So that's why we've got 2 to the 3, because it will balance itself out, which is fine. And our fit accessories, that takes 14 minutes. And our electronics is only 2 minutes. So then we have our quality check of 5 minutes, both of those. Now, at the moment, we don't need both of those, but I've left them in place anyway. So we've got the basic car coming through. Let's speed this up a bit so that we can actually get some things working. We have got nearly at the stage of completing our next research, so let's just jump in, show all research. One thing I do like about this is we can add it to the queue, so we don't necessarily have to be in here and choose every single research every single time. We can just go in and say, right, I want this, that, and then the other. So that's what I've got sorted now. Also, some of the new additions to the game, which I think are actually amazing of what they've actually created. They've started bringing in different engine types. So we can't do it on this basic model. We have to break everything down, and that's where it makes things so much more interesting. So we can now upgrade. What's this? Unlocked, new upgrade, front bumper, and 43 others. Okay, so we can actually add more robots on. So if we look at the operation, what we want to speed up, we can go to here, fit bodies. We can add another robot. So we're looking at just short of 32 minutes. This will take it down to just short of 29 minutes. Boom. So we can upgrade these. I think we should be upgrading these up to level 4, and then that will hopefully fire things through at sufficient speed. Then we'll also look at our research. What's this? Cars waiting to be sold. Yes. Oh no, we haven't got stereo yet, so we haven't unlocked that, have we? No, in-car music. That was the one that was really bugging me. It just would not install it for whatever reason. Right, so improved efficiencies. We're going to go for add more robots to the queue. And I'm actually going to go for, yeah, I'll leave that as it is for the time being, which is perfect. So, let's see, one car's gone, another one's on its way. See, there's a lot of waiting time at this moment in time because we're not getting enough cars through. As I say, I could put in another fit body shop, but I think as soon as we get the efficiencies up on the fitting bodies parts, this will run quite good on its own. So we don't need to worry too much. So let's just speed this up again. We're not got any parts going into here yet because I'm trying to watch what's needed or where things are becoming short. And until we actually have everything running at max, then we may or may not need these stockpiles on this specific playthrough. Now we can't do that yet, but I can add it, which is good. So we've opened up now the fact that we can actually have import priorities. So it should be a case of we're able to yeah, and there's our predictive stock control. So basically it'll actually help improve how quickly the lines are actually fulfilled. Now, they're the basic operations. We have also got technologies that we also need to keep an eye on because some of these we don't need to worry about it at this moment in time, but as soon as our competitors start producing cars, if we go to our marketplace, as soon as our competitors start building things where we go to actually our car actually might be the better option to go to. Let's go there. So here, as soon as our competitors start creating things and putting functions and systems into cars that are more popular, as it were, we will have to start researching those and getting those in. Otherwise, we will have negative effects on our purchasing, or people will not buy our cars because they are not up to the spec that they want. So I've just knocked that percentage increase up to 40% because this early on in the game they will buy it, and every single penny helps towards the running of the actual plant. As soon as we get this research up and running, we will have a lot more. So there we go, bit of a backlog there, which is what we kind of expect. Next car should go here. Come on, actually, do you know what? Yeah, gone there, perfect. So they'll back up, but we can, once they start backing up to the point of there's a couple here, then we should be looking at upgrading these robots. At the moment, it's just these two here that I'm kind of focusing on. And then we'll upgrade the others as we go along, because we don't necessarily need to have everything upgraded at this moment in time. Let's have a think. We've got right, perfect. Right, so we've got even more robots. So now I'm going for robots galore. So that'll give us up to 4 robots, which is kind of what I'm after. So let's just go here and let's buy extra robots. And that's taking it from just short of 29 minutes, and we're going to just short of 27 minutes. So they're not great improvements, and the way to actually speed things up more effectively is to actually break down the whole components. So if we have the chassis, we can fit axles. We can also have additional, oops, don't really want to do that. We can have additional levels that we have to open up, so fit fuel tank, etc. That we can build our own fuel tank. We can build our own axles, etc. And the same for the body parts. We can, each of these are available to break down once we've researched. So there is a lot of research on this now. Watching the dev Klifsky on his YouTube channel, he's talking about how much more research he wants to put in this. Now, let's just have a look at this for a second. If you think about any sort of research if you think about some games that actually have humongous amount of research, you think of like a Civilization. You've got research throughout the decades, as it were. This thing is just going to be expanding and expanding and expanding. I mean, what's this? Movie marketing. That's the first time I've seen that one. Okay, so, and then we look at the actual technologies of the cars. If you think about Formula One and how so many things from Formula One are working their way into standard cars, this is what's kind of driving Cliff to actually add all these extra features in. Because, I mean, look at this. We've got hybrid powertrains. We've got electric powertrains. You know, we're bringing in a lot of the new technologies as they're coming out. He's thinking about it, how we can actually put it in, and it's going to make this game so in depth and over the long term. And if we look at the actual car market alone, let's go to the car market. You know, we've got 6 different types of vehicles, and we've then got 24 vehicle types that we can produce at this moment in time. And not only can we produce it with a petrol engine, we can produce it with a hybrid engine or a electric engine. So it's an amazing number of variations that we can actually do. So yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why I do like this very much. So where are we at now? We've got everything running. We're doing quite well. We're starting to get a bit of a stockpile going on here. One thing that we can also look at is the details about the market that we're currently in. So it's saying here that we're not producing. In the bottom corner, rivals have researched in-car music. The technology is now more common than before. So we need to start researching the technologies that go inside the car as well as inside the factory. But if we look here, and cruise control have taken up as well. So here we're saying we're not producing enough cars for this section of the market. So it's saying increase the market. So we've got sales per hour 4, produced per hour 4, but customers there's 12 per hour. So that's what we need to look at. So at the moment we're doing 4. So we've got plenty of money coming in. I'm thinking that, do you know what? Let's remove this stockpile. Let's put in another chassis assembly. No, I don't want a chassis assembly. Body assembly. And let's rotate him round. And let's pop him in as well. And let's get the stockpile sorted out. And then let's look at that robot. So let's buy both of those. Perfect. Alright, so we're now producing 3 lots of cars at one time, so we'll start getting a massive backlog on the painting. We could then look at upgrading. Oops, there we go. Robots galore. Right, we don't have any research. Let's get some research going. So, what we've just looked at, we've heard that, what was it? It was in-car music. So we need to get entertainment done. We then need to get in-car music because it shows how that other competitors are using that. Also, we can flip across at cruise control and power steering. So let's just add this to our queue, and again here. So we can open up, at least once we start breaking everything down, we've got those researches available. Some have to be in a separate area, as in a broken down section. Oops. Broken down section in here, say fit body parts or fit do the paint, or it has to be in one of those areas. We can't use one of these to actually build it. I think if no, not in a moment. But I think rival cars, car alarm, yeah. So we can use this fit electronics. We can have the in-car, the premium music and voice recognition, sat nav, Bluetooth support, and predictive stock control. That can all go through there. Fit accessories. What can we do in here? We can just have extra robots. That's all we can do. So we've now got a bit of a backlog. We've got 2 cars behind, so let's buy a few more robots in there. Let's just speed that up quite well. We've got more. You've got in entertainment sorted. That's good. All right, so we've now got the. We haven't got that one. Yeah, we have. Let's get the next robot up. Perfect. And we might as well upgrade these. Right, for some reason, a lot of cars are going here, so let's buy all that lot. Okay, so let's upgrade these as well. It's down to 18 minutes going through, which is perfect. So that takes only a few moments. So maybe what we should do is build another accessories. Fit accessories. Let's get him connected up. Let's get a resources connected up and conveyor. Perfect. And we can put all the robots on there. So that should speed everything up. So we've now got in-car music, so we can actually start having additional functions in our car, but I'm not too worried at this moment in time. So we do have a backlog, yes we do, on the painting, which is a pain. Alright, so, and I've got space here to put it, unless I put another. No, I haven't got space whatsoever. I've kind of locked myself in, which is never a good thing. But, so, we were looking at not producing enough cars. So we are now sales per hour to producing per hour. We were only producing 4. We're now up to 7 per hour with those few little adjustments. So we've now got some stock in the showroom. Which are, oops, we've got no research. Let's just pause and think about this. So we want power steering. Let's add, oops, hang on. Right. Also requires upgrade slots via steering wheel. So this is going back to the fact that we have to open up, let's take those off. We have to open up some of these sections in here. So chassis, painting, it's in advanced. Where am I looking? Chassis. Drive shafts. Let's open up these actually. Add to queue. Add to queue. Right, okay, so I'll open up each of those options for me. And hopefully things will start moving forward. Right, okay, so that's happening. So we can't actually have the same sort of things with our competitors. Now, one thing that we can do is we have in-car music. Yes, we have. So we can buy in-car music. So that will allow us to have our car. Goes back to our car designs. We can now have in-car music added to green. Just means we're going to be able to get some sort of premium on it. So here we've got a 96% premium. So all our basic cars are going to have stereos. And as long as, pause this, see what this car, does it actually tell us that this one has gone? Yeah, it's got in-car music. Perfect. That was one of my biggest bugbears. So let's hope that that continues to work. Where are we at? So we've got 1.2 million. We've now unlocked the fit roof, doors and bodyworks. And we're now going on to engine specialization, is it? Yeah, we are. Perfect. We'll also get accessories because that actually allows us to fit some additional or break things down a bit more. Right. Okay. I think we'll leave it there for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you've liked what you've seen, hit that subscribe. And until next time, that's Murphy out.